Hey there! So if you've clicked on this video, you may be looking for a better understanding of disability parking permits or DPPs, places and regulations, and other information. Well, I'm here to help answer some of the most common questions about driving with a disability parking permit in order to lessen some of your confusion. So DPP parking permits are the first step to enabling accessible parking, but they can also be a source of confusion for a lot of people. Understanding how these permits work and also how they should be used is a really important part of making sure that everyone has equal access to parking. Obtaining a disability parking permit, DPP, isn't as easy as some people think. In fact, applying for one is quite involved and requires a certain amount of information and documentation in order to be successful. For more information on the process of receiving the DPP, you can find further information at parkingcupid.com blog center. Parkingcupid.com has everything covered that you're going to need. And when it comes to DPPs, it's important to do your research and understand the necessary details in order to make sure that you are utilizing it properly. Because depending on where you are located, the rules may differ, so it's really important to familiarize yourself with what applies in your specific area. Once you have a better understanding of the regulations, you can more confidently use your permissions appropriately. A disability parking permit, or DPP, is part of the disability parking scheme, which provides uniform eligibility criteria and minimum parking discounts across states. And this scheme helps to remove any barriers faced by permit holders when traveling between different states. The implementation and management of the scheme is overseen by state government. And so for more information regarding the application process, cost, eligibility, and usage requirements for permits in your state, please contact the relevant government body. They'll be able to answer any questions you may have about obtaining the permit. So once you get your permit holders can park in areas designated for them, displaying the international symbol of access. And when a sign or a meter displays a certain time limit in public parking areas, you will abide by that. However, permits can only be used while the permit holder is being transported by the vehicle, so keep that in mind. The number and expiration date of the permit must be clearly visible from the outside of the vehicle. So who is eligible for a disability parking permit? Are you qualified to receive a federal DPP? According to various disability parking schemes, not everyone is entitled to one. To be eligible for this permit, you must meet certain criteria. And the list is long, too long to give you here. So if you'd like to look through all of that information, the full blog post with all relative criteria and more is available for you at parkingcupid.com in the blog posts. And I'm going to add that link in the description below for you, so you can just click the link and you will be taken straight to the blog post. So now let's take a quick look into how to apply for your DPP. The DPP has evolved significantly since it was first introduced, with 3 major versions now available. These are the individual, the temporary, and the organizational permits, replacing the more than 100 different types of permits that were previously in use. Obtaining a disability parking permit, or DPP, has become more difficult in recent years due to the increased uniformity of eligibility requirements across the country. And in order to successfully obtain a DPP, many barriers must be overcome. And this just makes it particularly challenging for those who don't actually need one. If you think you are eligible for a disability parking permit, how can you obtain one? Well, the procedure may differ depending on what state or region you reside in. And once again, you'll find everything you need to know by visiting parkingcupid.com and reading the full blog post, which again, friendly reminder, I've provided the link to that in the description below. So I hope this helps you out some. And remember, parkingcupid.com has all your information. They have tips and tricks for securing convenient and cost-effective parking, either at home or while traveling. So why not visit parkingcupid.com now? The link is right there for you.